What is a public adjuster? A public adjuster is a professional who handles the claim for the policyholder. When it comes to adjusting, appraising, or negotiating the claim, the main goal of the public adjuster is to ensure that they negotiate the best possible deal for their client. Insurance carriers will more often than not try to negotiate the best deal in their favor because their duty is to their shareholders. Make sense? Good. You may wonder why this profession is needed. So this is where public adjusters come into play to advocate on behalf of the policyholder and even out the playing field. How do public adjusters get paid? Public adjusters work on a percentage, so their interests are aligned. They will only take on claims that they can win, because who wants to work 3-4 months for nothing? The more they recover for you, the more they get paid. On average, we recover 5 to 7 times more than the initial offer from the carrier. Claim. Let's talk about the life of the claim. During the initial inspection, it's important to note if the damages are covered in the policy. So your adjuster will always review the policy before the initial inspection, as well as if the damage is significant enough to warrant a claim. It never makes sense to file a claim if the damage is below the deductible, and it's important to hire a vendor to fix any issues as soon as possible. Having additional expert documentation on the claim will help us with the claim file to the carrier. So the claim can only be filed online, by phone, or possibly email. I personally file it via phone so I can grab all the information that I need, such as the claim number and the claim's email address. Once a claim is filed, the insurance carrier will reach out to do their initial inspection. It's a good idea to have all your documentation and evidence completed and prepared to give to their adjuster. I'm talking photos, estimates, invoices, and so on. This will only help validate your claim. If you're unprepared, you're kind of at the mercy of the insurance carrier. Once the carrier's investigation is complete, they will send a report from their adjuster detailing the scope of repairs that they see fit. I find that there is a proper way to fix something, and then there's to do the bare minimum required way. As I treat every claim as if it's my own home, I want it done properly. If a piece of flooring is damaged, we need to replace the floor as it's continuous. And replacing one floorboard with one of a different kind would be an eyesore. The adjusters will then negotiate and aim to find a resolution that works for you, the insured. The whole claim process, on average, can take 2 to 3 months to be resolved, sometimes longer. So preparing a proper claim file, you want to make sure that it's perfect. It's important to provide evidence and documentation to support your claim. This is a vital part of the claim process. Insurance carriers will not pay for anything unless there's proof that it needs to be paid for. Would you go out of your way to pay someone for something if they didn't give you concrete proof that it needs to be paid for? Probably not. Insurance claims are no different. This is where pictures, videos, repair estimates, expert documentation, water mitigation reports, bills, mold reports, and your adjuster's report will come in handy. The more evidence and facts you have to back up your claim, the more likely it will get paid. Let's talk about recorded statements. Don't be alarmed if the insurance carrier requests a recorded statement. The carrier may want to hear your side of the story, which means anything you can be used to weaken the claim. You should be prepared for this. And if you hire a public adjuster, they will prepare you. This can take anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes, and it's similar to a friendly deposition. Let's talk about re-inspections. Sometimes an additional re-inspection is needed. The insurance carrier can request a re-inspection as well, to have a second set of eyes on the claim and to ensure that the claim is covered. They'll send out their own experts, perhaps a roofer or a contractor or an engineer. And this is where having a public adjuster is crucial. Your adjuster will ensure that the expert actually does their job correctly and will cover every detail. Alternate dispute processes. Sometimes things don't resolve themselves quickly and additional measures are needed. In your policy, you have an alternate dispute section that details alternate resolutions, such as mediation and appraisal. Mediation is an informal way to resolve claims between the parties. A neutral mediator will try to knock some sense into both parties with the goal to settle the claim. This is non-binding, so it's not final, but it's more of a friendly way to resolve this. And it's your job to know your walking away number, an ideal settlement number, and then try to settle the claim with a number that works for you to avoid potential litigation. The next alternate dispute resolution is appraisal. If you disagree with the carrier's estimate and you're getting nowhere, you can request an appraisal. If the carrier is neglecting their rights to a fair process, I like to file a CRN and invoke appraisal. Both parties will appoint an appraiser to review the claim and find a compromise that works for all. If they can't agree on a number, then an umpire can be selected to rule on a settlement after reviewing both sides. This is binding. Again, a strong claim file is crucial, as these are the assets the appraiser will use on your behalf. If you use a public adjuster, you should be covered here. If not, hopefully you took good pictures and had estimates and other items to support your claim. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please message me. Otherwise, until next time.